These are 5 awesome budget knives that you absolutely need to check out. We're going to be going through them here rather quickly. Links in the description and pinned comments. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Starting things off with the boom, Tenable Fenrir. This thing is absolutely amazing, right? If you're familiar with Tenable, or maybe if you're not, they are the subsidiary of Concept Knives, and the Fenrir has been a model over on the Concept lineup for quite some time. It is obviously a premium knife. I think it has a front flipper. That's about the only main difference that it has with this version, but they brought it to the Tenable lineup, and it's now way more affordable for you guys. So definitely makes a great budget EDC. It has a plunge lock, button lock with thumb stud deployment, right? Thumb deployment, spidey flick with this guy, deploy off of the button all day, every day. We have 14C, 28N, and flat grind with a wicked geometry here, right? Love this thing. It is kind of like a clip point, harpoon style blade. It is a Sparrow Knife Works design here, right? And you have the ability, I mean, really great for ADC. You can grip the handle right here, pretty good. And you can also forward choke on this bad boy as well. 14C, 28N steel, FRN scales on this particular one. There are other options, I think micarta, right? Also bolster versions as well. It is an open construction, deep pocket carry clip that is reversible for lefties, so that's pretty good. So lefties out there rejoice. I mean, pretty solid, awesome EDC knife with a very pokey tip there. So absolutely a great home run here from Tenable, right? Way to come out the gate swinging, bringing this model to their more affordable lineup. This thing's an absolute W. Moving on, we have the CRKT Viento, or Viento, which means wind, right? And this is a liner lock from CRKT. Very sort of classic lines on this one. We have sort of like a sheep's foot, with a little bit of curvature, a little bit of a nest mug design in a way, but still more sheep's foot than anything. D2, B blasted on here. Some people were saying it has a flat grind, but man, if this is a flat grind, this has to be the most hollowest flat grind I've ever seen. To me, it feels straight up hollow, but definitely some great geometry for utility cuts and draw cuts. Spine of the blade is crown. We have this fuller here, which is nice. And by the way, we have a flipper deployment. We also can flick off of the fuller, just like that, and also use the fuller to thumb deploy as well, right? So pretty neat. Again, liner lock on this one. We have stainless steel bolsters, open construction here with a back spacer, G10 scales on this bad boy, and a pretty deep carry pocket clip on this one. It is not reversible, so that's something to keep in mind there. But other than that, action is pretty good, right? It is obviously on ball bearings, so very smooth action on this guy. Very snappy too, right? Good solid lock up, right? No side to side, no up and down, none of that. Very well aligned, drop shotty action. I mean, it definitely checks a lot of boxes here in this budget category, so definitely check it out. And moving on to Fintiso, right? Fintiso here is up next with this model, and this is the Rook. And man, this thing is a looker. First of all, this blade here looks just amazing, right? This is an awesome satin finish on here, kind of like a belt satin finish almost, right? Very beautiful stretch, narrow drop point blade with a beautiful switch there, flat grind. 14C 28N steel, everyone's favorite budget steel these days. Looking really good with an opening hole there. It is a liner lock, and it is on ball bearings. It also has a front flipper, which this has to be one of the, hands down, right? Hands down, one of the best, smoothest, most effortless front flippers in the business. That's it, hands down. That's really it. I think it's between this one and the CJRB Echo for me as just one of those no-brainer front flippers that just work really good. So if you've been on the fence about a front flipper, I'll tell you this one. It's a no-brainer. So smooth. Also, the jimping is nice and smooth out and polished, so it's not gonna, beat up your finger or anything. Of course, you get reverse flick on this bad boy. You can thumb deploy, right? So still very fidgety, but also very sharp out of the box. Ergonomically speaking, it's also very comfortable. The way the handle drops right here is pretty good. There's other color options available on G10. On the handles there, it is an open sandwich construction, 2 standoffs, linear solution back there. And it's looking pretty good. Again, awesome EDC. I love the looks on this guy. I really have had a ton of fun carrying this guy here quite a lot. Just every deployment option is sweet. It is a very awesome execution here from Fintiso, and I just absolutely love it. So if you like a slightly larger knives, right, definitely look into this one. This one might be right up your alley. This is like a, somewhere in between large and extra large size. And moving on to Civivi, we have the Civivi Nugs, right? Civivi Nugs. This is a wear knives design, right? This one has a beautiful reverse tanto or sheep's foot blade on here. Beautiful satin finish with a flat grind. Of course, we have 14C 28N going on this one. Very great for utility cuts and drag cuts. Also very utilitarian geometry by all accounts. It is a liner lock and has a very drop shotty ball bearing pivot. Opening hole here works really good. Very well tuned D10, by the way. D10 on this thing is really, really nice. Thumb deployment also off of the hole there is good, right? So either one of those works like a charm. And on top of that, you have a very well gemmed flipper here, which also works really, really nice. We have micarta on the handles. I think there's other micarta options available for this guy as well. We have exposed liners and a micarta backspacer back here, so that's looking good. The pocket clip is not reversible. It's also stainless steel, and it's going to be about this much out of the pocket, right? We do get the big hardware here, TA all around, which is nice, with a captive pivot, right? Everything, all in all, I mean, this is a very sweet EDC knife. Definitely had a blast carrying this one. And you can absolutely not go wrong. Ergonomics, by the way, are spot on this thing, right? You have a handle here that doesn't necessarily lock you into any specific place. At first, I thought it was going to be a little bit funky because it's kind of skinny, and you start kind of this thick here and then drop to this skinny portion, but it actually works, believe it or not, surprisingly better than you would think right off the bat. And I'm telling you from personal experience, because that's kind of what came to mind at first. But yeah, it works really good in the ergonomics department. Definitely check it out. And last but not least, moving on to the CJRB Acacia, right? And Acacia haven't hit the like button by now, this will be a great time to do so. I'm telling you, I'm going to wear that pun or that joke until the end of times. But the Acacia here is an awesome offering from CJRB, right? If you know anything about CJRB, you know the Pyrite, you know the Hectare, the Prado. I mean, they have so many models. The Echo, right, are all amazing in their own right. This is one of their most recent offerings. Very affordable. I think this guy's somewhere in the $30 range. Again, all these are linked down below in the description and pinned comments for you. We have AR RPM 9 steel. Beautiful flat grind stone wash finish on this drop point blade. We have a half moon opening hole there, which works like a charm. Of course, we have a crossbar lock going on this one, right? And because it is a, you know, very well affordable EDC knife, you do get FRN scales on this one, but not just any boring FRN scales. Like, these have this beautiful milling on them that do add additional grip, so it's functional, and at the same time it just looks really good. It's super good looking. And I know in the future they're gonna make a premium version of this guy in titanium with all of this milling going on, and that's gonna look pretty sweet. But I know you guys love a budget knife as much as I do, and this one here is an absolute no-brainer. By the way, I do have unboxing videos on all of these knives, unboxings and overview videos that you guys can check out for more details if you want. I'll link to those down there as well, so you guys, if you want to check any of these out in more detail, you absolutely can. You get that beautiful, amazing deep pocket carry clip here from CJRB. It is deep carry and it's also reversible, so lefties out there rejoice. After all, it is an ambidextrous style knife, and even though I promise you my left hand is not going to do it justice because dexterity left the chat since birth, yeah, this thing works pretty good as a lefty knife as well. So really good action on ball bearings. All right, we do have recessed liners on here, very comfortable in the ergonomics department. And did I mention you can forward choke on this bad boy? Definitely get really up and close safely on that blade. Very thin geometry, got some jimping there as well. I mean, lots to say about this guy. We're trying to keep this video short, sweet, and to the point, so absolutely check out the CJRB Acacia. And to wrap things up, let's just bring them all back. We have the Tenable Fenrir, which again is an absolute banger now that it is in the budget Tenable lineup. We have the CRKT Win, aka Viento, right here, right? Pretty interesting geometry, very classy lines. The can't go wrong with, in any way, shape, or form, Fintiso Rook as well. We have the Civivi Nugs right there. And last but not least, the CJRB Acacia. Right, so check them out. That is the lineup for this video. Again, just trying to start a new series in the channel when I just come out here and share some rapid fire 5 budget EDC knives that you absolutely should check out at any given time. Some of them could be brand new, just came out. Some of them could be oldie but goodie. I mean, everything on the spectrum here. So I'm really hoping to get this series going. You guys let me know which one is your favorite down in the comments. Obviously, all of these are linked down below in the pinned comments and description. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Check out those two on your screen, and I'll see you on the next one, either that one or this one. Peace.